some of the things I look for are, one, how close the RV park or spots are to each other. Another thing I look for are electrical power lines, Wi-Fi. Again, this ties in with my health focus. RV parks are kind of notorious for being put in crappy locations sometimes, so those are important pieces for me. Other things I look for are the people who are there. Do they look like they care for their stuff, or do they look a little rough around the edges? I don't mind, you know, I'm a little rough around the edges, so I don't mind a little rough around the edges, but you know, there's a difference from being a little rough around the edges and from a safety security perspective. Other things I look for, nature, are there birds? That's important to me. And also what's important is to find out the cost. Most of the places I'm going to are within the same ballpark, so it's not a huge deal, but you know, if there's internet and there's electricity and I have to do all those on my own, which sometimes that is the case, it's not as desirable. Okay, I am at my first RV park that I'm checking out, and I'll tell you right now, it's right over the flight path of the airport, which is not uncommon for RV parks. The other thing I noticed, it's right on the freeway, but it's got a little bit of a cushion from the freeway. It's really not too much noise. There's not a lot of spots here, and it's probably going to be the most expensive one, so it's going to have to be super fabulous, and based on the layout here, I'm guessing it probably won't meet those needs, but you never know, so I'm going to stay open and I'll take a look. I'll show you the spots they have available. Alright, I can already tell you just from my first minute driving in here that it's probably not going to be a match. I would pay a lower price for a place that had this little privacy. I mean, you can see they've just got a couple bushes in between each one. But for long term, I think I like a little bit more privacy. I don't like to have to close my shades every night, and I leave them open actually for Harley. So a place like this is great short term, or it's great if you get a really great deal. But to pay the top dollar in the area, it's not really a match for me. The spot that they said they have available that would be good for me is this little end unit right here on the corner, which actually, you know, from a privacy perspective is not that bad. They said that the RV next to it has birds and people have moved out because of the birds. So, but because of Harley, now the other thing with a place like this is that you don't have as much wildlife either, because it's been cleared out and, you know, people just kind of keep it that way. So anyway, I'm going to keep this one on the back burner, kind of a last minute thing, but this park is $700 a month, which I consider extraordinarily high. I feel like I could rent a studio in the city and be within walking distance of everything and put my RV in storage and break even with a place like this. And so it's a tough one. Alrighty, so this RV park I would classify as a amusement RV park or fun RV park. It is expensive too. It's $685 a month, but it includes everything, and they've got everything. They've got water park and a swimming beach, and they have concerts. I mean, it's kind of an all-inclusive playhouse, really. They do have one spot that I would fit in, and I'll show you it. So far, just looking at it, I can tell you it's a goodie. I mean, it definitely, you have the trees in between, you have a little bit of privacy. I've seen a lot of wildlife, which is always a good sign. But it's expensive, and it's going up in January. I mean, these places are just, it's amazing to me. It's a little bit further out of town, but I just have to decide what's important. It's got good shading. This lake is pretty nice. You can't see it right now, but you'll be able to see it up here. It's pretty clean, but not overly clean. You know, I like a little bit of character. Here's the beach right here that they've got. It's a little lakefront beach, which is unusual and actually kind of nice. They've got a mix of people that come here. A lot of people come from the city and vacation here. So lots of trails. It'd be easy to run through here. That's another thing I look for that I didn't mention. All right, this is the spot they have available. Look around at my neighbors. Look at this, is really nice. I'd fit. This is one thing nice about having a small space. The people next to me are outdoor enthusiasts, which is good too. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But looks like there's a little trail over here, and this water. This water is an iffy because you can have a lot of mosquitoes if you're near water. But overall, the site looks pretty good. I don't know what this is back here. It's just a forest, which is nice. Okay, so here's something to look at, to consider. This lamp. These things can just really ruin a perfect spot. Luckily it's on his and not mine, but it could be something that gets me a little too. And then we look at the hookups, and they're perfectly center, or almost. That's pretty good. There's no table for me here. That's the only thing. I don't really have, but I don't have people driving through here, so I kind of have the whole area to myself.